Greetings there, my fellow families of the Vault. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech Doomsday Vault. Episode 19, Youth Unspared. Are the tiles above a different color? These have a dumping stockpile zone. So they're not a different color, it's just a stockpile. Should we create a second bank of batteries to complement the solar? What I might end up doing is having... Okay, so I probably should move the chem fuel to where it's not going to explode and kill me. So I'm going to put it there. But what I should probably do with the bank of batteries is to have it on switches, to have them in for backup or something. That would be even wiser, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and dig like a chem fuel area, which is going to be safer. Physically separated out with no cables around it. Rather than to put it over here, which then requires a stupid door opening and closing constantly, which would be awful. And then I'm also going to start to preemptively work towards next bedroom. Because Hiroto, or whatever Hiroto's name is going to be, Nella and Hyas will need bedrooms. So that means that these should be smoothed early, and then I'll put the door there. Yeah, the please don't explode area. It's very descriptive. Keeping your chem fuel away from where you can have feedback events. Oh god, do I really want Mayhem playing with chem fuel? Sanguine ship. I don't want Sangophages showing up here, so no thanks. I'm not scared of them. We could kill them easily. It doesn't make sense for the series to have Sangophages to have to kill at all. So I'm going to go with no on that. My steel count is miserable. We really burned through the steel, so I'm going to go ahead and mine some more up. Don't worry, I'm a professional. Says every 4-year-old playing with explosives. Just to put that in perspective. This looks nice. It's looking very Fallout-y. The noises, oh my god. Splat. Hey, Original Lizard. You just found this channel? Series on YouTube. And lucky you, I'm streaming right now. Yeah, you'll catch the other 4 hours after you, I appreciate you tuning into Twitch. Not very many make the hop from watching YouTube stuff, so cheers with whatever coffee I have left. Lukewarm coffee. Barely a sip. But a satisfying sip. So once the solar panels are done, I'll do a cleanup day where we try to get as much of the pollution out of here, tidy it up with those that have gas masks as possible. Exempting Cathanon, Shane, and Destroyer, because they don't have gas masks. I could obviously afford to make gas masks for them, I'm just not going to be doing that. And the Destroyer, you are like way overdue for your bionic spine. The reason why I had paused that is Cam went into contractions when you were about to get cut into. Puppy treating pets? Yeah, absolutely. Hey, bud. He's just like, stop touching me. I want my peanut. All right. Maybe I should also fix your leg, but honestly, considering you're a pacifist, I don't really need to worry. Oh, what? Sap O'Shea and Yaroslav, all getting gutworms. Okay, I'm actually going to treat them with proper meds here, just so that they can heal quicker. Oh, 99, are you kidding? If you're lucky, you can get 3 100s in a row and you're cured. So who's the last one with it? Shay? Oh, gutworms on a breastfeeding... Oh, boy, that's not fair. So, why it's not fair is when you're breastfeeding, or when you're soon to be breastfeeding, I should say, it obviously uses more calories, and then when you have gutworms, you eat a lot more, so it's like a perfect storm of misery. And I feel real bad. You're going to do a Fallout New Vegas run. Sweet. Do I feed them peanuts as treats? I do, yes. Most store-bought dog treats have allergens in them, and Echo has food allergies, so she doesn't have peanut allergies, but she has like chicken allergies, and almost every dog treat in existence has chicken in it. So I don't bother to have dog treats in the house that one of my dogs is allergic to, because that kind of doesn't make any sense. Yeah, let's flick some generators off to see what is needed now that we have solar. Because the grow lights draw a considerable amount of the power from the grid. And these solar generators should be able to offset that power demand pretty effectively, I hope. Chicken has to be one of the most annoying allergies to have. Yes, because chicken is in like almost all dog food. And then a lot of the dog food that doesn't have chicken tends to not be like healthy to begin with. So yeah, it's a nasty allergy. Okay, it is clean time. So Tech Noir, Kadath, Sapo, Cam, Shay, Shield, Thomas, and Yaroslav. We are going to remove as much pollution as we can to try to start a farm. And this Pollux tree has almost dealt with all of the pollution I dumped on it, so it's ready to take some more. I think. Divorced. Oof. I should probably counsel you next chance I get. I'll be looking to try to court her, get back together, because that would be really good for the crew. I think pretty much all of our steel is going straight into components. So I'm going to turn off the fab bench for now. Have Cathanon do something else. Because we're steel starved. Is romance a 1.4 thing? It is. Allows you to have intentional relationships, so no more flirt prisons for me. If any of you are longtime viewers and knows what that is. I used to, as a method to get people into relationships, I would lock them into essentially a prison together, feed them, and not let them out until they were in a relationship. Because there is not a lot of relationship mechanics. I will show you some relationship mechanics just as an educational standpoint. So pretty much the only thing that determines relationships is, let's take a look at Cam and Sapo. is how they feel about one another, but a lot of their interactions, whether they're positive or negative, are entirely determined by one number. So if we go into development mode and we check, you can see this debug. It says compatibility 1.94, which is pretty good. It kind of ranges, I don't know what the hard limits min-max is, but it's kind of a number between -4 to +4. And anything above like a 0 means that on average your interactions are going to be better than negative. So if someone has a compatibility of like -2, they're way more likely to insult or social fight or, you know, slander or whatever. And if it's like a +2, they're way more likely to say kind words, have deep talk, positive interactions. So it's a hidden value that the player never sees unless you go into dev mode, but it determines relationships. So for instance, I could look at Kadath and Tech Noir, and they have a compatibility of -0.13, which is actually not that bad. That's pretty neutral. So yeah, and compatibility is not just for romantic relationships, it's for all friendships. So a lot of the times when you have two ridiculously deep rivals, it's because their compatibility numbers are really bad. And unless, and the other things that will change that is like if they have kind as a trait, because kind people tend not to insult or social fight. Or alternatively, now that you have high mates, whether they have the genes for kindness too, because there are genes for kindness as well. But yeah, that's the long and short of how relationships work. So you don't get to know those relationship numbers necessarily. They're hidden from you, but if you wanted to, you can always go into dev mode. You can't easily change those numbers though, so even knowing them, you can't fix them. There's actually a way to fix them. It just requires you to save game edit, and if you screw up, you break your save game file, so it's not something I advise people to do, because breaking your save game file is pretty irreversible, unless you have backups, so it's not worth sharing. But if you really, really, really want to know, I guess you could ask me on Discord, and I could point you in the right direction. I have a feeling like having them all... No, I guess it picks, what, 6 tiles to clean up? So it doesn't matter if they're all next to one another? Can I dev edit the original couples? I could. I won't. I'm not going to cheat them back together. But it's possible. Yeah. So in order to do that, I guess I could show you, which would be set, add, remove pawn relations in the dev menu, and you can just force them back into a relationship with one another. Did I originally? Yes. I designed this scenario so that Tech Noir and Kadath were engaged. Oh, brother of Shane just showed up. Named Rise. What was Shane's original name? Did you have hippie parents that gave you all... Wait, your name was Rise? Wait, and his name is Rise? Wait, what? Oh, parents! Oh, God. You have like a George Foreman father who just names all his kids a variation of Rise. Oh, man. If you don't know the joke, George Foreman named all of his sons George, and then his daughters like Georgia and Georgina, and then one of them has like a totally different name. Hold on, I gotta look this up. So there's George, Frida, Georgetta, George, Natalie, and Leola. Maybe they're his direct kids, but yeah. George, Georgetta, George, and Frida. That was his children's names. Education streams. Yep, exactly. Yeah, our reclaiming is working with everybody at like super high priority clean. I'm sure they do not like it, but do I tinker all the different RimWorld series? So sometimes I have help, like from Cathanon actually is someone that helps me out with coding, as is Mr. Chimmick, who's in the channel here or was in the stream earlier. So there's some people that actually help me tinker. Sometimes I do the tinkering myself because I am able. I'm not great at it, but I'm able to do it. And then a lot of the times, all that is required is like some simple dev menu stuff. So I don't need to do a whole lot of tinkering. In other words. So what I'm doing now is those that are inclined to either farm or mine, I'm putting back on farming or mining. I'm actually going to cancel cleaning time until other tasks are met. Can you volunteer to help me? Sure, yeah. I'm not going to turn down help. It's, I will preface, it's really hard to coordinate effectively. So you might want to help, but I might not be able to like coordinate how you help me all that well, because I'm not like a program coordinator. It's not something I'm good at. Western Settlers is, I guess, on infinite hiatus. It was actually, I had been working on it before the announcement of Biotech, and then Biotech tabled it again. There's actually not too much needed to be done on Western Settlers. And for those that don't know in the chat, Western Settlers was a, like 2 years ago, it was a series that was supposed to be very user interactive with Puppeteer. And Puppeteer is a mod that allows you to directly control characters. And honestly, it still could come back. It's not dead. By no means is it dead. It's just that for now, biotech content is going to take priority. Is anything in biotech going to make it in Western Settlers? Absolutely not. Nope. Western Settlers is a strictly version 1.2 series, so it's not even going to have ideology, I don't think. I had designed a bunch of custom mods for Western Settlers, and I'm not bringing those mods up to version 1.4. Because there's nothing in biotech that even makes sense to have in Western Settlers. And Western Settlers doesn't need the other DLCs either. It doesn't need royalty at all. So, why put in possibly, and I'm not even exaggerating, hundreds of hours of work for no benefit? Pass. Hard pass. So Yaroslav, you are probably 199? Yeah, 189. Ugh. 1%. That's so ridiculous. So who else needs tending? Shay needs it, and Sapo needs it. I'm just researching random things now. There's pretty much nothing that we need to do. So Shay. Oh, you got tended to. Scope creep kills projects? Exactly. And it's been scope creeped. I mean, the reason, not that I want to blame Brains. Brains was the original designer of Puppeteer. But while Puppeteer was in the works, he pulled support for it because he wanted to do other things. Which meant that he stopped hosting the servers. He stopped updating the software. He stopped entirely. Everything dead stop. So that's what threw on the brakes originally for the series, is that the main developer of the mod that I relied upon stopped developing it entirely. And then to make matters worse, then RimWorld updated to version 1.3, so it made a bunch of those mods out of date because Puppeteer stopped developing at 1.2. So then there was crowdsourced efforts to bring Puppeteer up to 1.3. And then, just stuff happened, right? It got real busy. So, not good reasons, but those were the reasons why The project kept just getting kicked down like a can down the road. I can hear my rattling going off. He's upset by the fact that it got delayed, apparently. Oh, and now he's very upset because there's a psychic droner for males. Rip. Rip mood. So this toxic fallout has been kicking for 5 days. So we have 6 days left. I think it was 11 days total. Heck, Twitch Toolkit doesn't even really work for 1.3. I think they've been updating it, but I haven't checked in on the status of the updates. But I believe there's been patches and updates to get it working. But the last time I touched it, which was the Vault Wardens stream, if any of you remember that, I streamed it once, and Twitch Toolkit like crashed, I don't know, like a dozen times. And I was like, okay, clearly I need to rethink this. And I subsequently did rethink it, but yeah. Big old bummer there, right? Having your plans blow up. It happens. And I just gotta be flexible with it. Oh, I just realized that that we were still on lavish meals. So Mayhem and Carlotta should be on no drugs. They're still very children, but everybody else is fine. Check my posture. Yeah, Vault Wardens became the Vultures after I stripped out all the Twitch Toolkit stuff and sort of redesigned it a little bit to work better. We've had a relatively long period of peace here. Not getting a whole lot done. Maybe I should, I'm going to drop a work priority on Sapo, because he's a constructor that might be able to rush things. And then Sapo, you should counsel Kadath now that that's off cooldown, because he is still pretty broken up about the whole breakup. Normally, I actually allow the victim of the breakup to retain the bed, but Kadath inherited a masterwork bed, so it could be worse. Where is he? Oh, maybe he's way out here somewhere. Yep, he's way out there. Here, you go near our guide. That'll work better. Nope, he's gonna vomit on you. Canceling the mood impact of -20. 13 days of +20. Thank you, Sapo. I don't feel crapo. I would say 6 chem gens. Let me bring it down to 5. Let's see if we can't. I'll keep turning them off and seeing if the balances. But yeah, I am surprised by how few that we've now phased out with all the solar, and this is not even a lot of solar. I could obviously get a few more panels in here without even really affecting the farm or getting too close to the deadfall traps. One thing I do need to do is to make sure that these toxic waste packs get hulled before they just re-explode, because then all of the effort to clean them goes for naught. Oh, okay. Perfect. Technoir just did it on her own. It's like, she listened to me. And these are the bedrooms for the babies that eventually they will want their own bedrooms. So, just getting that done ahead of time. We are getting a little close to the Ancient Danger, which is kind of a bug bait area. So, I might want to put tougher colonists closer to the bugs in case it's a mega swarm. This droner is really vicious, though. Our mood across the board is really terrible. Yeah, so what ends up happening with the toxic waste packs is once they decay, if they're not kept frozen, they decay, and they just dump toxins back into the ground. So these toxins here, I should probably actually shrink this zone because this is kind of a lot of toxins for one tight area. But yeah, they decay and they actually just repollute. So if you spend time to clean them up and then you leave them there, they're just going to melt back into the ground and repollute, and then you'll have to clean them up again, which is pointless amounts of labor. Put the brawlers next to the bug bay? I could. Yep, I could put Kadath over there. I only really have one brawler for now. If I recall, there was one other person that had some sort of proclivity towards brawling. Thomas. Thomas could be a brawler as well. He's tough, too. So, it would make sense for him to don that mantle at some point. Shay is in labor. Well, that sucks, because, well, Shield's in a pod, so he really can't attend. I timed that poorly. Loved one present drops this, what, like 5%? I think Dante is going to be the fill-in loved one here. Yep, I was right. Dante paid a visit. Like the stork. But, you know, ugly stork. Real ugly stork. Oh, and now this is full of vomit, which I should clean up. Labor went from debilitating to mild. Would you get an epidural? Because I don't think I installed one of those. I don't think they exist. And I guess this will be a raffle at the buzzer, because I have just minutes left in the stream. So, good luck, last raffle. Oh, jeez. Never mind. Raffle's canceled. Yep. Stillborn. 81%. And I hope Shay doesn't blame Shield. But yeah, we got a baby funeral to kick off. I think I'm... When does this time out? Expires in 9 days, and Shield's in the pod for 10 days? Oh, jeez. Can you Resmec Serum that? As far as I know, yeah. So we're going to have a burial without Shield. What a time for him to be in that pod. Naming ceremony canceled. See you at the funeral. Yeah, exactly. Pretty depressing. At least it was a good funeral. Would have been even worse if it was a bad one. Someone cracked an inappropriate joke. Something. I don't know. I don't want to go there. This is the wrong series for that. I'll see you Thursday if you want dead baby jokes. Because, you know, Thursday's Wendigos. Cam, let's make some beds. Excellent. Try again. Try again. Try. Oh god, they're getting worse. What is level are you? You're 19. You just made good normal. All right, have yourself a what is it? When you're, I don't know, have yourself a little snack. There you go. Finally, thank you. Okay, let me just finish up the bedrooms, and that might be a good place to end, I think. Yeah, these bedrooms are looking nice. Or at least, my opinion. I accept it. Shay is up. Shay ripped her pants during the delivery. She's taking off her pants. Yep. Don't nobody look. What's Mayhem doing? Nah, I don't know. Mayhem's pretty close to growth tier. Carlotta's a little ahead. And Yaroslav is a gourmand, so pigging out. Shay, I think you dropped, yeah, you dropped your SMG during the labor. And these shelves need to be higher priority anyway, because there's SMGs that are stored that shouldn't be. Is she going to have postpartum? Yes, she will have a stillbirth depression for 10 days. As I suspect she'll have if he was... No, right now he's like... I don't even know what he's aware of, because he's in his Bioscout pod. He's just on Cloud 9, having just finished a pleasure cycle, so who knows. And Sapo's throwing a party. You know, moral guide, that might be a little insensitive. A baby shower for a dead baby is... Yeah, it finished up pretty early. I think the community agreed. That was a bad move. It's a wake. Yeah, okay, I can see a wake. It's the wake. Mr. Kadath, I'm gonna have you relocated here. And then Yaroslav, I'm gonna put you down here as well. So we will have a freed up bedroom near Sapo and Cam. Or Technoir rather, for Hyas. And then Carlotta already has a bedroom. But we need one for Nella. Oh, do I still... yeah, I still lack yet another bedroom for Nella. I don't know if I want to get any closer to this, though. I could put it over here. I could have other bedrooms going this way. There's no reason for that. Not to do that. Or, alternatively, have them here, nested off of the... research room, or even better, dig a hallway and have this hallway snake around, shrinking the classroom a little bit, and have this hallway interconnect with this hallway. That is the solution I like, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, I don't want to put it next to the chem fuel. I would have put it here, but that kind of gets close to the outside here, so I don't want to do that. The mood for siblings. No, they don't know. Ratty apparel for you. Gas mask. You are officially avoiding pollution now. Let's get a few more gas masks out. We're going through them pretty quick. Does anyone else have ratty apparel? I don't think so. Why not switch the hallway around with the classroom? I don't know what you mean. Like put the classroom here because I have doors here. If that's what you mean. But again, I'm not sure what you mean. Because got a simple sleep-deprived brain over here. The idea that I had here, which I'm just going to go with because I've already started mining, is like that. And then we can easily just have a classroom that is uninterrupted. In fact, I'll put the classroom door here because that even makes more sense. And then this can be mined out as a 3x. Let's heat the classroom though. We don't want our students to have excuses like, oh, it's too cold. And then this door has to get just nudged up a little. Ooh, Master Race gas masks. I guess I didn't have a gas mask specific shelf. But it's fine. I don't really need one at the moment. Students are going to complain regardless. Who told you about my childhood? I feel personally attacked about how I felt about school. Actually, I was an okay student. Not the best, but not the worst. Yeah, I like this. I like this redesign. It's a pretty elegant redesign considering the constraints, I think. Because then we just continue this 3-wide hallway, and I can actually interconnect the 3-wide hallway over on the left here as well. Have it go all the way up around if I wanted to. The purpose of this hallway, I might add, and I haven't really been taking advantage of it, and I know I'm going over my time, but, you know, you're welcome, I guess, is that what it can do is it can offer you the ability to have meals wherever you want, because it's all one interconnected hallway. So I can put tables over here, and this is all part of the dining room, as you can see. It's all one big room, continual room, which provides the same bonuses because it's a nice one. So that's why I have one like jumbo dining room that snakes around the entire colony. Is no matter where you eat, you'll be happy. At least that's the concept. Probably should start on the stonecutter again, I suspect. And these little vaulters really come together and build quite quickly. Excavate everything like in a heartbeat. I love it. So this will be the last project before wrapping. Getting this last bedroom. I know, just one more turn. Why are we smoothing walls but not floors? Aesthetics. I just like the look of tiles more than the smooth floor. The smooth floor still looks rough to me, whereas the smooth walls look very clean. So it's just a personal preference, and nothing more. Okay, I think we have a chance to cure some gutworms, which is awesome. If I hit 100% on Shay, it cures her. Oh, she's already at 276? Okay, so let's just use herbal then. Yep, so she's cured. And then who else has gutworms? You are at 2. Okay, so they're all at 280 something, so I'm just going to use herbal. Anything smooth can be painted. Right when the game, right when Biotech came out, smooth wall or smooth floors couldn't be painted, but then they very quickly fixed it so that you could. So there we go. Now, as you can see, this is one contiguous dining room. And that way we can eat on tables. And I think pawns search 35 tiles for a dining room. So as you can see, this is only 64 tiles. So no matter where you are in this hallway, you're going to eat at a table. And then I could also put tables up here and here. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Let me do that too. I'll put a little table here so that anyone near the kill box will also eat on a table. Just trying to avoid war crimes. That's all. You know, doing my best to keep you free of unnecessary, devilish war crimes. Yeah, I believe, don't quote me, because I don't have it memorized, but I think it's 35 tiles that they will search for food. And then if they don't find it within 35 tiles, they just eat anyway. And yes, the war crime of eating without a table. That is the war crime I am referencing. Splat. So the rice is very low. Once Shield is out, he'll be able to make some fine meals to allow for us to spread the rice out a little bit better. And he is out in 7 days, so it's going to be a little while. But it looks like we're about to have a big harvest. The Toxic Fallout has about 2 days left. It's not terrible. And then in terms of going down to 5 chem-gens, it looks like 5 chem-gens is just about right, depending on how many things are turned on or off. Isn't Nella Cam's baby? Yes, I just didn't move it. Actually, I'd never even positioned Nella at all. It just defaulted there. Which is weird, because then it looks like Shay and Shield's baby. Yeah, we have the, so Tech Noir, what is your full name? Connor with an E. So Connor in French. Hyas took Tech Noir's name. And then Sapo and Cam, the Taylor Rooms. And then Shay and Shield, the Blacks. Still trying to get them together, back together. But the low opinion kind of hurts. Yeah. Slighted and insulted definitely is not helping. Oh god, you hate her. Like burning passion, hate her. Yikes. I'm definitely going to need words of love to fix that. No amount of flex tape will fix that relationship. It's pretty ruined. Supplies for Dice Village. You want chain shotguns, and you're willing to give me Death Rest Capacity Serum. That's a weird thing. If you're wondering what that is, it allows vampires to have a more efficient deep sleep when they go deep sleeping. Plasteel, Side Trainers, Coagulator, Silver, or Goodwill. Do I supply the shotguns? Yes or no? Yeah, Shield's basically in a back to tank. That's, I guess, one way to think about it. Nightbird, thank you for the resub. Yeah, I think five chem gens is fine. That's awesome. Give Mayhem the mass casket. Once she hits that side caster level, yeah, sure, I could see that. And I have a dreadfully underutilized playroom. My kids don't play. I almost feel bad. Their childhoods suck. Alright, right, so this is the last bedroom. Here we go. I'm gonna have Cam do it. She's our best constructor. She's at level 20 now. Watch good quality. Oh no, you literally called it. Why did you jinx me? All right, watch master at quality. I'm just gonna call that out. It's gonna be like poor or something. No, Arcanexes go away. Good at Gwen. Oh, come on. Put me out of my suffering. I haven't eaten dinner. Just please. There we go. So now we have bedrooms for every potential colonist, I think. Let's counsel Cam, or Shay rather. About her stillbirth. And it pissed her off. Yep. Could have seen that coming. Okay, looks like you guys do want me to supply the shotgun, so this is probably going to be the last poll. What reward to accept? Or request, I guess. But death serum and plasteel. Chaos skip. Silver and can't read that, it's too small. Coagular. Or goodwill. So the reason why you don't want to install a side trainer before you hit the level is, so right now, let's say Mayhem is level 2. If you installed a side trainer for level 3 and you leveled up to level 3, once you got to level 3, you wouldn't get a random sidecast. You would just get whatever you already knew. So never, ever, ever install side trainers or never learn sidecasts that you aren't of that level, because you will get fewer sidecasts for no good reason. I hope I explained that well enough. But essentially, when you meet the level, you're given a random one unless you already know it. Unless you know something at that level, and then you skip the whole, you get a free random sidecast. Alright, so once this poll is done, that will wrap up this Vaulter stream. Yeah, you miss out on a freebie. Exactly. Don't miss out on freebies. You don't want to miss out on freebies. Okay, we could probably suspend the simple meals for now. Looks like 90 meals should be enough to get shield out in 6 days. Maybe, actually, probably not, given our current population. And I will... Bedroom's almost finished. Almost. Yeah, you lose the option to get a freebie. And that's maybe not wise. We are about to get a massive decay burst of toxins here. So, option number 2. Does Destroyer still have a bad back? No, he has a bionic spine. Robo. So change shotguns, huh? I have one of them, right? On Thomas. So Thomas switched to an SMG. And then I'll need 3 more. Or 4 more. 4 more. Unfortunately, they do require a fair bit of ingredients, but Cathanon is a level 20, so he should have this made pretty quick. Where can you get a bionic spine, like in real life? Oh, I don't know. Stark Industries, maybe? Short of that, I think you're on a waiting list for when they're invented. I want one too. You know, I got not as badly as maybe Glitch, but my spine ain't no gem either. And this cabling is ridiculous. Running extension cords all around. Chain shotguns are the highest DPS ranged weapons in the game, with absolutely doo-doo range. So they're only really good if you know how to close the distance. So maybe Locust Armor or Psycaster with Skip. But like, if you don't fulfill those requirements, they are not good weapons because of their drawbacks, their range drawbacks. So they're good, situationally good. Probably the way to put it. But if you have one and you can just poke out through like a hidey hole in your base and blast someone, even in one blast, you might be able to bring a target down. They're also really good if you have chain shotguns against centipedes, and you have a brawler forcing the centipede to headbutt, and then you run up with a bunch of chain shotgun blasters, and you blast it. Chain shotguns don't have particularly high armor penetration, but they'll get the job done. If I could find mine to show you its armor pen. I guess I could go to the bill. Where did my chain shotgun go? Like, don't tell me we, like, smelted it. I'm just gonna turn the smelter off. That's the one drawback of these new shelves, is it's dang near impossible to find what you want. Considering it's a delivery bill, I think what I'll do is set them up here. Because we're eventually going to deliver them. Yeah, they're pretty decent to keep near the kill box as well. So here they are. Burst count 3, range 13, which is very, very short. Damage 18, which is very high for a burst 13. And then armor pen is only 14. So the armor pen is really where it suffers. If I could find a normal quality SMG to compare. Normal quality SMG has lower damage, same burst, but like almost twice as much range, with a little bit more armor pen and more stopping power. Yeah. Accuracy is pretty low too, true. That can be made up. So generally speaking, not all weapons, because like I don't ignore the accuracy on an LMG. I hate LMGs, but accuracy numbers can usually be made up with skilled shooters or with bionic eyes, things like that. Like there's ways to improve accuracy reasonably, whereas there's really not a reasonable way to improve armor pen other than quality of the weapon or range. You literally can't change at all. So when I judge a weapon, it's not usually by accuracy, because accuracy is a variable, whereas damage and range and armor pen are not variables that change other than the once for quality. Okay, I am well over time, but this is where I'm gonna end. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech Doomsday Vault, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 1st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.